Hey everybody! Right, Ghost Hunter Part 2. So, what you should have so far, if you've followed my first video, is this here, where you have a guy who moves around and you can shoot um, lasers like that. Alright, close a few more tabs. Hang on. Right, so what we're going to be doing today, we'll be flipping around between these two tabs here. So this one, I've done the next step and I've got a Sprite 3, which is my ghost. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have these ghosts going towards us, and we've got to basically get them before they get us. Okay? Right, so how do we do that? Stop that script. So first of all, we need another sprite, and it's going to be your ghost. Now I'll show you how I made my ghost. I based my ghost on the sort of Pac-Man type ghost. If you've seen Pac-Man before. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to do this with shapes just to make it easier for myself. I'm going to make a circle, which was in the middle. I'm going to make an oblong like that. So those on top of each other, and then I'm going to create some circles around the bottom. Now, little shortcut. If you hold down the Alt key, then I'll say that again. Pick the arrow, then hold down the Alt key. What you should be able to do is just drag and copy parts of the sprite that you just used, like that. Alright, space them out a little bit more. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the lines that we don't want to see. So I'm going to do this quickly just so we can get on with the script, because you know how to do this bit really. You know how to draw. You don't even have to have a ghost like mine. You could create your own type of ghost and make your own sprite. Entirely up to you. Right. Okay. So next thing is need some eyes. Make my brush size a bit bigger. Like that. Two of those. And I'm going to create black. Make that probably half the size, so maybe 30. And put dots like that. Now, as you can see over here, way too big. So we need to make them smaller. Okay, that's about right. Like I said, you can make your own ghost. It doesn't have to be the same as mine at all. You can do it. It could even be something else. It doesn't even have to be a ghost hunter game. You could do something completely different, but using the same sort of script. You know, it could be I don't know, sharks or something, whatever. Okay, so let's look at the script now. All right. So first thing we're going to do is when we start the game, we don't want to be able to see the ghost yet. So we're going to go when green flag clicked, and we're going to go to looks, and we are going to go hide like that. Then we need, so I'm going to have to keep flipping back and forth, because much as I'm really good at Scratch, I won't be able to remember all the parts of the script. So we need a forever tab, and then we need a waiting tab of 1 second. Now what this will be is how quickly that your ghosts will spawn onto the screen. All right, so if you want them to come out slower, then have a longer waiting time. So let's go wait 1 second. All right, and then we are going to go, this is the important bit, create a clone of myself. Which is down here. So it's on control, and it's one of the second from bottom ones. Okay, create a clone of myself. Okay, so what we're going to do there is he's not going to be on the screen at the start because we've hidden him. But then after 1 second, he's going to create a clone of himself, which will not be hidden. Right, now we've got this bit here. I'll talk you through it. We need, when I start as a clone, right, this is where it's going to get a little bit trickier. Show. This bit here, right, and I have taught you through this bit. We need a go-to piece of script here. So we're going to motion. Now, not to get confused with glide to, we want to go to, and for the X, which is, remember, the X-axis is where on the screen, we're going to go to 50, like that, which is around the middle. Sorry, no, it's not to the middle, it's to the side. So what we're saying here is on the X axis, we're going all the way over here. Right, this is a bit that might confuse some of you, but operators. I'm not sure I've explained operators to you before, but what we're going to do is we're going to get this pick random 1 to 10, and we're going to drag that across, and we're going to stick it into our go-to tab like that. Now, what this is going to be a random place within the Y axis. Now, as you probably know, Y, as illustrated here, is up and down. Right, so the top up here will be 170, and the bottom is going to be the complete opposite, which is minus 170. So what we're saying is go to a random position from here to here. Yeah, like that. All right, so that's that bit. So that's going to make our ghosts come at different places. We don't want them all coming from the same place because that would be too easy. You could just sit there and you could just shoot them in one place. So we need to make it a little bit harder for ourselves. All right. Okay. So now we need a forever tab in under control. Forever. Point towards. Now, point towards, you won't. We're going to say point towards sprite 1, which is our character here. But you won't find point towards sprite 1, so you have to get point towards mouse pointer. Click on the down arrow, go sprite 1, like so. All right. Move 1 step. All right. That's again the speed in which he's moving. So obviously we want at this stage we want it to be quite slow. Move 1 like that. Then we need another if then that. Sorry, if this then that. Touching. And sprite 2, which is our laser. Sprite 2, and I'm going to do this without looking at the other script that I've done. I'm going to go Control down to the bottom, delete this clone, I think, if I've got that right. Delete this clone, but I missed one bit off, as you can see, this bit here, wait 0.1 seconds. So that's so it just kind of makes it a little bit more realistic timing wise. So here we go, 0.1. Okay, and I think that is it for the ghost script. Yeah. Okay, so there's one more thing we have to do. Now, before, when we did the character and the laser, okay, we had we couldn't finish it because we didn't have the third sprite to refer to. So this bit here, repeat until touching edge, touching edge. We need to make sure that this edge is now saying sprite 3. Okay, We couldn't do that before because we didn't actually have a Sprite 3. Okay, but we've got a Sprite 3 now. So click, there we are. Right, now, I think it's going to work, or I hope it's going to work. But there's one thing we'll have to do before we finish. Here we go. Now, as you can see, the ghosts are coming from me from random places, and I can shoot them. The only thing is, and I haven't worked out why this happens, I'll tell you what, if you can work it out, then I'll be interested to know, is my ghosts are upside down. So what you have to do, let me stop my script for the moment. I have to go in, I have to go to my costume, select my arrow tool, highlight my ghost, and turn him upside down. And I don't know why I have to do that. I haven't worked it out yet. Once I've worked it out, though, I will tell you. But if you work it out before me, I'd be really interested to know. I'll tell you what, you can have a house point if you can do that. Or a house point when we go back to school. How about that? So now, press go, and there we are. We fixed it. So obviously, turning your sprite upside down is a bit of a workaround. There's got to be a way of doing it. I just haven't worked out what it is yet. And just this in itself is quite a fun game. But what we'll do later is we'll maybe create some sort of scoring and levels. In fact, if any of you know how to create a score, which you might do already, it'd be great if you see if you can do it before I've made the video for it. See if you can work it out, because we've done scoring with the other games that we've done in school, haven't we? So, all right, it's really fun. Right, okay. So we're almost there with this game then. So things we could add to it later is obviously when the ghosts get to your character, there's got to be maybe some health that goes down, or maybe you end the game there and you've got to try and survive. You've got to try and shoot a certain amount of ghosts. So yeah, like I said, you can do the game how you want. I've called it Ghost Hunter because it's ghost, but you could call it Shark Hunter or something if you wanted. It's completely up to you. All right, okay. So thank you very much, and I'd love to see some of your games as you're working on them. So please send me either links from scratch or videos on Seesaw. All right, stay safe, everybody. I'll see you soon.